Hi guys, hope you're having a great day. I am doing my promised review on the Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. The cover's pretty and all. She's a good writer, but I gave this book 2.5 out of 5 stars. And I have my list right here of why I did not like the book, so let us begin. It's basically the Divergent series condensed into 2 books. Oh, by the way, this will contain spoilers for book 1 and 2, somewhat for book 2. It's basically a Divergent copycat. You have the same plot, it's basically the same characters, and the same experiment twist, because Meadow's community, I guess, is like a whole experiment. It's literally Divergent. See, people can live in peace after a vague description of a plague and a war that broke out. It doesn't say how the war began or anything. It doesn't say what the plague was or what it did to people, which is kind of important for establishing the background, because if you can't establish a well-developed backstory to your dystopian book, then the whole book fails. But anyway, I just didn't like anything about the whole characters. I might have to refer to my notes. I was so disappointed. I heard so much great hype surrounding this book. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna get excited. It doesn't stand out like other dystopian books do, like The Young World by Chris White's books, or I don't want to say Hunger Games, but I guess Battle Royale doesn't stand out like those like other books. It's just a generic copycat, and I don't know how Veronica Roth doesn't sue Lindsay Cummings for copyright infringement. That sounds harsh, but it's so true. I just don't know how like this got published. Everything bothers me. Like, this book's supposed to have like killer cyborg assassins, and I'm like, yeah, sounds so awesome. And yet it failed. This book failed. The next part is the made-up curse words. Stars. That was annoying. I know this book is marketed for a YA audience, but I think teens can handle words like shit and fuck every now and then. Granted, not like every single page, but just saying made up words like skits or chumhead, like, it makes the dialogue useless, and it kind of like, it seems like you're dumbing down like words for the audience. Like, we get it. We know what they're supposed to, like, we know what swear words are supposed to mean, but it just fails. I just hate made up swear words. It adds nothing to your dialogue. It just takes away from the story. It just adds nothing. The only reason the Maze Runner got away with that is because all the Gladers lost their memories, so it makes sense that they don't really remember, actual swear words. The next plot point for me is Meadow's mom. That's basically Divergent. Once again, main character finds out her parents secretly worked as for the experiment and created it. It's been a while since I've read Divergent, but I wanna say Trish's mom created the experiment in Chicago, or helped people fund it. It's been a while since I read the books. But I just found way too many similarities between Trish and Meadow. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I won't get into spoilers for book 2 yet, but there's a lot of similarities. Oh, and book 2 rips off even more series. And then what else do we have? Oh yeah, the world building. The world building. So essential for a book series, for dystopian fantasy series. Like, books like Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Battle Royale, Outlander. They are all great series that establish excellent world building. This book does not. I couldn't picture anything besides the Shallows. I didn't know what the perimeter looked like. I didn't know what the initiative building looked like. I didn't know where they were in her community. It's just, like, a hand-drawn map would have helped. But, you know, I guess not. Also, what city is this in? Like, it says the Everglades, so I actually had to Google this. It's in, like, somewhere in, like, northern Florida. Where? I don't know. Couldn't picture that either. I just pictured sunny beaches and, you know, Florida, like, weather. And just sunny days and grass and just waves gently lapping against the shore. I just couldn't picture this in a futuristic setting. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. And my last point is, this book isn't bloody. No, it's YA. You can only kill people the same way so many amount of times before it gets boring. It just, come on, like, Meadow kills people for either no reason, and usually it's like every other page, and it's not overly graphic because once again, it's a YA book. It just, I don't know, this book wasn't definitely not targeted for me as an adult. It fell flat. I mean, she could have gone a little bit descriptive, but yeah, overall, that is my review for the Murder Complex. 2.5 out of 5 once again. Not a great book. Had a lot of issues. I go more in depth with my Goodreads description or review, so I'll link that down below, and I will definitely be reviewing book 2. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great day or night. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.